Alright, so a quick update before we start this video. Last night after recording this one, reports indicated that Aliana Samaru has been released on a $50,000 bail. She is no longer in police custody, but the legal process is still ongoing, just without her in detention. It has been widely discussed on the internet that she's a single parent, and many people believe that this should be a driving factor in how the decision is made moving forward. A lot of other people think that the law should be the law regardless of your situation, but I don't believe that. I believe that this was the right decision made, not for her, but for her children. Watch the video, let me know what you think, and leave your opinion down in the comment below. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Then we get into it. You're not letting hair operate long enough before you open here. When something come in here, let stew in there a little bit. Think about it. Run it over a couple times before you just open your mouth and just let it come out. Today we do have confirmation that Aliana Samaru was arrested. Reports from the Guardian media house indicate that her mother is actually pleading for her release. Now in this video, we're also going to talk about the individual who was arrested for making similar threats to an opposition member of parliament, and lo and behold, nobody have anything to say. No emotional outrage or social media outcry pleading for his release. In that particular situation, everybody seemed to agree on one thing for certain. If you do the crime, you do the time. But when the shoe is on the other foot, all of a sudden the standards shift. One person is treated as accountable and the other is treated as misunderstood, making mistakes multiple times. The same crime in the same country based around the same law, but we have a different reaction for each one of those crimes. If we're serious about justice, the rule had to be simple and it had to apply to everybody across the board. But before I just continue ranting through this whole video, let me go and take a look at the news report where Aliana Samaru's mother is actually pleading for her release. People as always say, especially the older heads, you could make the children but you can't make the mind. This story that we're going to take a look at here today is a profound example of what that actually means in reality. Now, this is from the Guardian newspaper, a report done by Annalisa Paul. The mother of Aliana Samaru, who was arrested 1 week ago on a preventative detention order after issuing public posts on social media deemed to be prejudicial to public safety, is urgently begging Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar to forgive her. Apologizing profusely for what she described as Aliana's mistakes, Vasquez Rosales, who is Aliana's mother, said she has no contact with her daughter following her arrest on November 25th. She begged for information on her daughter's whereabouts, saying, "First of all, I want to apologize to Prime Minister Kamala on behalf of my daughter Aliana Samaru. Well, how she is? She wrong. She disrespectful. She mouth hot, and I just had to be talking to she about that because I end up talking to her and I tell her, I hear something about you on the live and I hope that you're not in any trouble, because that is the government of Trinidad and Tobago." Admitting Samaru had subsequently defended her online rants by claiming her statements were made under the ambit of free speech, Vasquez Rosales recalled warning her daughter not to get carried away. So, this brings me back to my initial point, right? You could make the children, but you can't make the mind. This is a mother pleading with her daughter for the longest while. Hey, you have bigger fish to fry than this bullshit that you're doing on the internet, right? Stop it. Think about what you have to lose and stop it. But no, you could train your children and teach them the correct way and have them abide by those rules while they're living under your house. But it's up to your adult children to make the conscious decisions to be adults when they go out in the real world and take the life lessons that you teach them and actually apply it to life. This is a case where, from what we see in here, now I could be wrong, but this is a case based on what we see in here. A mother tried her hardest. Samaru, who is currently unemployed and goes by the handle of Pretty Aliana, reportedly posted several videos on her social media account allegedly inviting violence on the Prime Minister and the government of TNT by Venezuela. Believing that Persad-Bissessar hold the key to Samaru's freedom, Vasquez Rosales appealed. "I don't know what happened to my daughter, but I really apologize to Prime Minister Kamla. If you could forgive her, and she could spend the rest of the time with her children because she is mother and father. Now, this confusing me. This real confusing me, right? Because if you look at my previous video, you're going to see the surprise in my face when her friend who made the initial report that she was arrested said that her spouse, who has now taken care of the children, messaged her and told her that Aliana was in custody. And that was shocking to me because in her first video, Aliana mentioned that she was a single parent. Now, to come back here and have her mother say she is both father and mother, meaning she's a single parent. So this whole story surrounding this Aliana person shrouded in mystery. When I heard that her spouse was telling people that she was arrested, I automatically went and thought that, hey, you have another active parent in the house. Good. Somebody there to see about the children if she go in jail. Now her own mother come out and saying that she is mother and father, so she need to come home for Christmas, meaning she's a single parent. So which one is it? She continued, I know you is a mother of the land. I know you is a mother, but if you could please forgive Aliana, and if you could just let her go. Let her be a mother and a father to her children and them. The mother ended at the bottom here by reiterating and saying how very sorry she is from the bottom of her heart, right? With her whole heart. And my thing is, I am very empathetic towards this case right now and towards this woman. But you can't make an excuse for breaking the law. Once was a mistake, twice is asking for it. If you made a mistake the first time, the second time should have been an apology, not a double down. Even before, or I think after Aliana made her first video, the first video that she posted, a man made threats to Senator Amory Brown. So a 48-year-old Diego Martin man has been charged with 3 counts of threats to kill and 4 counts of misuse of an electronic device following a police investigation into explicit death threats made online against opposition Senator Dr. Amory Brown. Like I was saying at the beginning of this video, it have no social media outcry, no social media outrage. Nobody on social media asking for this guy released. Nobody on social media asking how he faring, which jail he in, if his family have contact with him, if he getting 3 square meals a day. The same empathy and sympathy that we have for Aliana, nobody asking these questions about this guy who get arrested for making the same threats. Not even the same threats, you could say less than, because his threats was directed to one person. Aliana threats was directed to the leader of a country together with the entire government. So this person made threats to Dr. Amory Brown, and promptly, as soon as Dr. Amory Brown reported this issue to the police, he showed them the social media posts. Promptly, this man was arrested. And again, nothing, no outcry, no social media posts, nobody asking for help to hire a lawyer, nobody telling them that they had to get a high-priced lawyer, nothing of the sorts that going on with the other 2 cases, going on with this person. It's like nobody care. How can anybody from the outside watch this and see this as impartial and see this as people who for this woman not choosing her side based on race, based on ethnicity, based on politics, based on whatever reason it is, you are choosing her side and you're choosing to ignore the literal crimes that this woman committed in order to make she feel good, to not hurt she feelings, to not push she in jail. And so nobody caring if the man in question who is arrested for making the threats to Dr. Amory Brown, and I am glad that he was arrested. Let me tell you something. You make that threats, you make any kind of incitement of violence on social media, you need to face the brunt of the consequences. So don't get what I say in mix up. I am glad for the fact that people being held accountable for their actions. What I am saying is why we make an excuse for one and we're not making the same excuse for another who in the same boat. Make it make sense. As far as Aliana goes, I honestly hope, because I'm telling you, that was my biggest issue when I watched the first couple videos. If you are a single parent, shut your mouth. If you are a single parent, you are the only source of stability, income, safety, everything for your children. Shut your mouth. Your mother said that you made a mistake in the first video. I even said in my video that we will call the first video that you made a mistake, but the second video you double down. You say it's your right to say them thing, when what you should have done is apologize. because you have more to lose. You literally sacrifice the safety and the security, the mental health of your children for your ego to make them statements online, to say what you want to say, come back and double down on it. That is your ego. Your ego have you in jail right now. And your inability to regulate your own emotions. As an adult with children, you're supposed to be teaching your children how to regulate their emotions right now. You can't do it. This is the reason you're in jail. You're not letting here operate long enough before you open here. When something come in here, let it stew in there a little bit. Think about it. Run it over a couple times before you just open your mouth and just let it come out. And this is not to bully you or to put you down in the position that you're already in right now. This is a message for other people. The things that you see on the internet, you are accountable for that. You can actually break law saying things on the internet. Certain things are not protected by free speech. Just imagine it still have people commenting on my videos telling me it has something called free speech. Certain things are not protected under the Free Speech Act, like incitement of violence, like asking a mob to mobilize and come and dethrone the government of Trinidad and Tobago. From the way that your mother speak in this interview, she raised you right. Remember what she teach you. Take them lessons to heart and teach your children that, and hopefully they will listen to you and not do like what you do with the lessons that your mother teach you and feel your ego too big to bring yourself down a level. Sometimes that is what we need to do. Sometimes to make sure that what we have is safe, you need to bring your ego down a level. Learn to do that. Learn to regulate your emotions. And hopefully this will be a learning experience for you. Hopefully this won't happen to you in the future again. As much as we empathize with the situation, especially with the kids involved in the situation, especially with her mother, that is the most that we could do. We could empathize with them. We could pray for them. You could send your thoughts and prayers, but you do something wrong, you had to be held accountable for it. And I hope honestly that they could turn this charge into a fine or something where she has to pay a fee instead of doing actual jail time, because of the fact that she's a single parent, and like the mother said, she is basically father and mother for her children. If you like this video, as usual, please like, subscribe. We're almost to 500 subscribers, and I can't thank everybody who subscribed enough for that. And I hope that we could get to 500 before December up. So please like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. Let me know if you think that the charge should be turned into a fine instead of jail time, under the notion that she have children and she's a single parent. Honestly, I think the right thing to do is to do that, despite her literal crimes are breaking the law. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. For Them Fellows Reviews, it's Jeremy, and I'll see everybody in the next one. Later.